바로 가기는 갔는데. 아, 또 여기 강원도 그 설악산 또
이거 비쌀 거야.
비싸다 진짜 비싸. 뭐 그래.
1박 2일
이게
일 타면 많이 타고 나고
여기 내리면 바로 이제 딱 내려야 되죠. 아 이래서 얼마나
야, 조심히 자. 하나랑 형 들어가세요.
한 명씩.
너무 무서워.
Can do it again. 이렇게 다 보는 거죠. 그리고 여기 3시 15분까지 가야 돼서 이렇게 타서.
천천히 치료하고 더 가자.
더 많은데. 그게 무슨 말이야? 검은색.
저기도 한 마리 더 있.
During your breeding season. Thank you.
I apologize. We're ready.
See board items dropped outside the window, but it doesn't just stop there.
You're coming back here.
Okay, they think it's an easy one to food and drink is because that can spill super easy, just like if you're standing up or at least it's my very expecting, but that's just because these windows aren't brand new and they are still in the process of breaking them in. Right now, I would say it's not the most preferred, although there is definitely deer who have been in there. It's mostly black-tailed deer, so not the coolest type of deer. It is the Roosevelt elk. I feel like the Roosevelt elk. So there is a few black-tailed deer here. Calf. This is the third type of cattle that I was talking about. Or this cattle species is incredibly rare. I say it's like there's like a 5% chance of seeing them, maybe even smaller on a lot of the tours. It's like he's eating some grass or maybe some
아 이게
dirt.
사냥이야?
이것도 사냥이래.
아까 그것도
He
사냥.
likes to get very dirty. We can tell that is a male because he is all covered in dirt. He also has thicker horns. They're thicker around the base.
계속 배식이 먹어.
나 지금 알이 있어. 엄마 배 안에 알 같은 게 있어. 밑에. 아 진짜
멀리.
사슴 같은데?
아까 우리
It
봤을
was no good for
때
watching them because they can no longer walk around, so they can put it up for sale, but nobody. Alright, now you guys can start to see these males off to the right. They're currently batted down in the grasses, and that is the entirety of the male bull bachelor herd.
Please go down.
아니야?
길에 나가는 거 어디 있어?
It's a little bit challenging, but you know, they make it work. It's much better than growing in the soil where there's going to be no food for them to eat. They're going to be very unhappy. And then last thing, as you travel through these beautiful meadows, wetlands, and forests, we've got a glimpse of the magnificent landscape here in the Pacific Northwest. This gorgeous land. Thank you guys personally for coming in today. And thanks to awesome guests like you who come to see our awesome animals. That we've really been able to continue our mission.
Straight down.
걸어오는 거 보이지? 여기 보여. 엄청 크다.
쉬고 있어.
은재랑 희연을 안녕.
Brown bear? That's a brown bear, but you know what? Brown bears are just a different type of grizzly. They're the same thing. The only difference is that a brown bear lives along the coast, eats salmon for a living, so he gets to be bigger than a regular grizzly does. On their stomach on the ground.
아 진짜?
So when they want to be able to
사이에 뒤에.
보이지?
고양이야.
고양이 같은 거.
헬로.
맨날 나무 줘서
앉아 있어. 앉아 있어. 그치?
보여? 막 고개 돌리고 있지, 그치? 그래.
빠질래.
그래, 그렇게 해. 그래.
고양이.
그렇구만요. 진짜 고양이 같다.
그래
오,
한국도
움직인다.
범하고 이런 거는 없고
음.
싹 그게 있어. 그래 다 고양이.
안녕.
엄청 해보면 안 쓰나?
이게 매운 거야, 혹시?
그만큼 뭐 그래. 그래가 얻어가지고 놀아주라.
어디서 나오는 거야?
이 저기서 이렇게?
위에서 하는 거 신기하다.
됐어.